Kolmanskop, which is a deserted town from the diamond rush of about 1899 to 1910, when people first found the alluvial diamonds. So literally all these rocks, you could pick them up and see if they were a diamond. There was diamonds just lying around the surface. So it became, in its time, the richest town in the world. Because it was owned by one family. There was only about 20 people living there, and they basically paid people to come. They built a hospital, a school, a bakery, an icery. In 1904, they built an ice house to provide ice. They built a little railway cart that went from house to house, so the ladies didn't have to come out of the house in the sun to get deliveries. They had so much money because they were literally going around picking up diamonds and then shipping them back to Germany and Amsterdam, in Holland, having them cut. And they had so much money, but they had nothing to spend it on. And then of course, they built these fantastic, this is Namibia. They built these fantastic houses out of material. They estimate that in modern day, building some of these houses would cost about 10 million US dollars. That's about 200 million rand. Because there's no materials to build all these things here. A lot of the materials that they shipped from Germany by boat in the early 1900s to build their houses. But then, mysteriously, over very, very different stories, nobody's really sure, gone. Nobody can trace the inhabitants or the relatives of the people, and the town that sat there, and for 50 years, the town sat empty and nobody even discovered it until after the World War II, about 1950, when somebody wandered out, because it's about 30 kilometers outside of Luderitz, when somebody wandered into town and discovered it again. And now it's become a tourist attraction. It's especially attractive for photographers because you've got all these ruined buildings in different state of disrepairs with the desert taking them over. There's a bowling alley. There's a lot of the stuff is still in there. You can wander around, depending on which you have to pay to go in there, but then you can wander around wherever you like at your own risk. And the buildings are in state of disrepair. So that's one of the attractions, Luderitz and Kolmanskop.
Wasn't there a guy that also found a diamond and was so large he used it as a doorstop?
That's how they first discovered the diamonds there. There was literally a goat herder from Luderitz who used to herd his goats out in that area and live on a patch of land. And he built a little shack, and he every day he had like a rock like this that he propped against the door because it's still windy to stop his door rattling. One day somebody came along and found this big stone was actually a diamond. And turned out to be one of the most valuable diamond discoveries in the world, and that's what started Kolmanskop. Yeah. But if you want good stories about doorstops, you can ask Jen. My first gift to Jennifer was a doorstop in the shape of a brick, but let's not go there. Unfortunately, I cracked it open, it wasn't a diamond. And she still kept me. That's quite remarkable. So this is Kolmanskop.